Behold the galaxy, full of stars and light and intelligence. But it wasn't always like this. Not long ago, it was cold and dark. So what happened? Someone made a decision. Someone looked at a microbe and thought he could use a longer flagella and a pair of pincers too. Yeah. Next thing you know, he's king of the ocean. Then someone decided he should hit the beach. Land creatures were born, but life on land is a dicey proposition. So someone looked at our hero and said he needs to be able to defend himself. And voila! As the saying goes, if you can beat 'em, eat 'em. But survival depends on numbers, so someone made our little champs irresistible to the opposite sex. Now we're talking. Or mating, as the case may be. Of course, there's strength in numbers, but there's strength in sharp weaponry too. Ironically, this led to what we call civilization. But civilization meant more competition for just about everything. Happily, someone pulled our species aside and said, "You guys need to chill out and unify this planet." So they did. They built starships, and they set out to conquer the galaxy. But what they never realized was that all along the way, from humble microbes to starship captains, someone had guided them at every turn. And that someone is you. Spore, how will you create the universe? Coming September 5th, 2008.
Exciting, epic game by EA Games Spore. And as you can see, I think it's going to be what you've expected and so much more. And it is going to be released on Friday. But we're very excited because we do have the fantastic creator of this. He's had a whistle-stop tour, he's just come back from Madrid, and he's just found enough time to come down and see us at HMV here in London. So please make a lot of noise for the brains behind Spore and Sims, Will Wright! Yeah, we've got that one as well. Okay. So we can hear you, so we can hear you through that. How you doing, Will?
I'm good.
You're pretty exhausted, I understand.
Yeah.
Pull that right up to the man.
It's nice weather here in London. I didn't expect that.
Well, it's been a bit pants, hasn't it? Let's face it. It has been a bit pants, but the sun has come out for you. And before we do the signings that these guys are very excited about doing, I do have some questions.
Okay.
I think some of the guys want to hear your answers. So, what was your inspiration for Spore?
Well, Spore was partially inspired by my love of science since a young kid, but also creativity. So I think in Spore we wanted the players to have a very creative role, but also experience kind of science at all these different levels, chemistry, biology, all the way up to astronomy, and kind of replay the whole evolution of life, but not necessarily human life, their own basically kind of creative, imaginative life within the game.
You're pretty much a genius.
No, I've been actually...
He is, would you not agree? This guy is a genius. And it's been years in the making, is that not right?
Unfortunately, yeah. It takes a long time to make a game, it turns out. Yeah. I started on this game about 7 years ago, but a lot of it was early research. But it's about 5 years we built the team. So really it's a 5-year development on the development side.
Sure. Well, Friday, we'll all be able to enjoy it. Now tell me, do you play games? Do you enjoy games? Is it fun or is it research?
Well, I play games all the time.
What games do you play?
Well, I've been playing GTA 4 a lot recently, actually.
Yeah. You guys been enjoying that one? Cool. Okay, now what's next for you after Spore?
Well, I've got a lot of projects kind of in the background that have been waiting for me to finish Spore. And after I get it out the door, I'm going to kind of pick up those projects and kind of figure out which one to dive into. But
Sure. And what was the best piece of advice you got when you came into sort of developing games?
Oh, well, I think, when you're developing games, the main thing is you have to love games, because it's really hard to figure out what somebody else is going to like, but it's very easy to figure out what you would like. And so if you love games, that's always been my guide. I want to build a game that I'm going to enjoy playing. I don't try to make games that I think other people might enjoy.
Sure. And what do you do for relaxing, for leisure, when you're not doing this? How do you chill out?
Build robots.
So see, then there was this building, thinking, wow, you know, go swimming, play tennis.
Well, skiing. I like snow skiing.
You
as
like
well.
snow skiing,
Yeah.
cool. Maybe we'll see a skiing game next?
Well, no. I think that other people do those games very well.
Sure,
You know,
okay.
I love driving games. I love all these other games, but other people do them so well.
Sure.
I'd rather focus on games that nobody else is doing.
Indeed, good
Yeah.
plan. And tell me, what was the first game you ever played?
Oh, the first electronic game I ever played was Space War, which is this old vector graphics arcade machine. The first PC game I ever played was the original Flight Simulator, which was way back in like 1980. It was wireframe graphics on the Apple II. Really primitive by today's standards, but it captured my imagination because it was like this little toy world. It had its own physics, its own kind of landscape, and I love the idea of having a little toy world on the computer.
Yeah, cool. And what's the biggest challenge that developers face, do you think?
Oh, I think, you know, our imaginations limit us so much. You know, a lot of times when people make a game, they sit there and they think in terms of existing genres. I'm going to make a first-person shooter or a driving game. But really, there's so many genres that haven't been invented yet that I think the biggest challenge is to think outside the genre.
Yeah.
So that we can create all the genres, you know, that are out there but have never been discovered.
Wicked. So great to have you here, Will. And you guys, are you looking forward to Spore? Yeah, looking forward to that. What are you expecting from Spore?
Everything.
Wow, you got a lot to live up to there. Now these guys would really love to do some signings and come
Oh, I'd
and
be
shake
happy
your
to.
hand and say hi. Would that be
Yeah,
cool? Take a seat
certainly.
then, Will. Okay, guys, we're going to do this in an orderly fashion. How does it work, guys? Do we let the guys up here? How are we fixed for if the guys want a picture, Will? Does that work okay? If you've got your camera, Will is cool for a picture as well. So do come on up.